Hi everybody, welcome to two-column proofs. We are going to look at solving algebraic equations, but we're also going to look at how you would actually demonstrate they are true. Now, I have attached into Google Classroom these some of the properties that we have, like the properties of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and distributive properties and substitution, things that we know what to do with. So you hopefully will see those, and you'll be able to kind of refer back to those as a little bit of a help sheet. So we're going to look at a statement. Now this is a this is a typical proof setup. We have a thing that says given. Now given is what we start with. That's like the information that we are shown to begin with. And we want to show that given that this premise 2 times x minus 3 equals 8, we want to say that if we know that to begin with, then we need to prove that x equals 7. Okay? So here's how you would start off with our first statement. When we have this, we do statements and reasons, and we separate them in a column. And the statement over here, our first statement, is where we just basically restate our given. So anything that we do over in this column, we need to give a reason for it over here. So if I click over into the next column, now the first thing I'd want to do is I'd want to multiply 2 times x minus 3. So that would give me 2x minus 6. Okay? And on the other side, that still equals 8. So 2x minus 6 equals 8. Now what did I just do? This over here means what happened? Well, we distributed. So I'm going to talk about this. I'll say this is the distributive property. Okay? We distributed the 2. Now the next thing I'd want to do is I'd want to add 6 to both sides. So if I added 6 to this side, now you don't need to show it on the proof, but what I'm going to do, instead of actually showing 2x minus 6 plus 6, I'm just going to show the result. If I add 6, that ends up with 2x. Okay? On the other side, if I add 6, I end up with 8 plus 6 is 14. Okay? Now this is the addition property of equality. Okay? So the addition property of equality, you can refer to that on your other page. That's where you add the same thing to both sides of an equation. It's still true. Our final step to do this is if I divided both sides by 2, 2x divided by 2 is x. 14 divided by x is 7. Okay? So this is our division. And I'm going to copy this because it's just kind of a helpful thing to have. Division property of equality. Okay? So going through each one of these things, 2 times x minus 3 equals 8, I end up with x equals 7. And each one of these steps happen along the way, and I give a justification for it over here. And that's how this works. Okay? So let's look at a second example here. Now this is a little bit trickier because we have 3x minus 4 equals 1 half x plus 6. Everyone says, oh no, we have a half x. So remember, half x is just a quantity of x. Let's look at what happens here. We have 3x minus 4 equals 1 half x plus 6. Our statement over here says given. The next thing says 5 halves x minus 4 is equal to 6. So what happened on this side? Well, 1 half x is gone. Specifically, it was subtracted. Okay? So we subtracted 1 half x from this side. If we subtract 3x minus 1 half x, remember that's 3 is 6 halves, you end up with 5 halves x. So this is the subtraction property of equality. Okay? Now looking at this, what would be the next step here? So if I were to do this, then I'd say that's 5 halves x minus 4, but I'd want to add 4 to both sides. So if I add 4, that cancels out the negative 4. If I had 6 plus 4, that would be 10. Okay? So 5 halves x plus 10, what we'd have there is the addition property of equality. Now our last step. Now this one's the trickiest one. I'm going to kind of show what it looks like. And this is going to be, our next thing to do would we'd actually want to multiply. But see, we have this fraction over here that says 5 over 2. Now, if you recall, to get rid of a fraction like this, 5/2, you have to multiply by its reciprocal. So that'd be, what I'd want to do over here is I'd want to multiply by 2/5 times everything, times the whole thing. So 2/5 times 5x, 5/2 x, and 2/5 times the 10. Now 2/5 times 5/2 x, that actually cancels it out. Okay? That'll give me back to x. 2/5 times 10 is going to give me 4. What do we do here? We multiply. This is the multiplication property of equality. Okay? That's a tricky one. But again, if you notice, you didn't really actually have to do that much in terms of solving it. You just had to click on that and just kind of give the reason, the justification for it. Okay? Let's see if we can think about how we would do these next ones. We say 5x plus 7 equals 8 times x plus 2. And we start off with 5x plus 7 equals 8 times x plus 2. Well, what would go here? Again, that's our given. Okay? Now let's look at the next thing. 5x plus 7 stays the same. So this is the same. No change. This side, however, did change. You notice the 8 was multiplied. So this is the distributive property. All right. So what next? 5x plus 7 becomes 7. What happened to 5x? It was subtracted. Okay? So on to our next step. We have 7 equals 3x plus 16. Now we have negative 9 equals 3x. Well, 7 is different. It's now negative 9. 3x plus 16 is different. It's now just 3x. 16 is gone. So again, we have to have used the subtraction property of equality. Now on our next step, you notice that we have negative 9 equals 3x. Now we have negative 3 equals x. Well, what do we do there? We divide it. So that's our division property of equality. And our last step, we changed negative 3 equals x to x equals negative 3. And this is something called the symmetric property of equality. If you haven't seen that one before, that's okay. But it talks about symmetry. In other words, if two expressions are equal, it doesn't matter which one comes first. Okay? So that's a little bit longer than what we've seen before, but it's a little bit more complicated of a situation. Okay? Now let's do one that has everything to start with. Everything is blank. It says we can do this in 6 steps. Let's see. So I'm going to copy and paste. And that reason would be given. Okay? For our next step, we're looking at 5x plus 10. Everything seems to be okay over there, but on this side we have 3 times 3x minus 2. So what I'd say here is 5x plus 10 equals, I need to distribute. 3 times 3x is 9x. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. That's our distributive property. All right, so 5x plus 10 equals 9x minus 6. Now I'd want to subtract 5x from both sides. 5x minus 5x that cancels out. I'm left with just 10. 9x minus 5x is 4x. And then a negative 6. So that's our subtraction property of equality. Notice I kind of just shortened it to EQ. Almost there. I need to add 6 to both sides. If I add 6 to both sides, that's 16 equals 4x minus 6 is 4x. So here's your addition property of equality. Honestly, I usually just shorten it to prop. Okay? Then I divide by 4, which will give me 4 equals x. And that's my division equality. And finally, our last one says that x is equal to 4 if I switch the order. X equals 4, that's your symmetric prop of equality. Okay? Now, our last couple ones, we need to kind of do statements and reasons by themselves. So first statement, we just restate the given. That's really always our starting point, okay? That's given, okay? Our next statement, well, what should we do? Try distributing. 7x plus 28 equals 10x minus 2, okay? Distributive property, okay? Third, I'd want to start looking at maybe adding, subtracting, that type of stuff. Well, what happens if I subtracted 10x from both sides? 7x minus 10x would be negative 3x, okay? Plus 28 equals negative 2. And that's, of course, our subtraction prop. Our fourth step, I'd want to subtract 28 from both sides, so negative 3x minus plus 28 minus 28, that cancels out. Negative 2 minus 28 is negative 30. Guys, if you get stuck on things like this addition and subtraction, just use your calculator. But again, there's a subtraction property. And our last step would be to divide by negative 3. Divide both sides by negative 3, I end up with x equals 10. There's our division. Okay? It's more just like the hardest part here, honestly, is usually solving the equations at this stage. Okay? Our last one that we're going to go through, 6x plus 6 equals 12 times x minus 1. There's our given. Statement 2, I'd want to distribute, right? 6x plus 6 equals 12x minus 12. Okay? Then I'd want to maybe I could add 12. Okay? If I added 12 to both sides, I'd end up with 6x plus 18 equals 12x. Okay? That's what happens when I added. All right? Very good. That option would be addition property of equality. Okay. Now I'd need to subtract 6x from both sides. Subtracting 6x from both sides gives me 18 equals 6x. Okay. And that's our subtraction. All right. Option 5. Now if I divided both sides by 6, I end up with 3 equals x. And that's the division property. Okay. Leaves us with our very last step. I just need to switch the order. X equals 3, of course, that's your symmetric property of equality. Okay, guys, this is a lot of me talking. Hopefully you got something out of this. Remember that you just need to, when you work in these assignment questions, you're just kind of choosing the option and making sure that you can really figure out what things are. Remember that the reason follows what happened. It doesn't precede. Follows. So if you look at this, like from this step to this step, what changes is we distribute it. So the reason happens after that. Now, when you're thinking this, you might think after given, what's the next thing that you need to do is to distribute. So there's a tendency to want to put that first, but put it after, and it works out a lot better. All right, hopefully that makes sense. Please work on the next the assignment that's given to you, and I'll see you on next class.